Well, hello. We're on day, I don't even know what day we're on. I think we're on day maybe 29 of the video challenge. And I'm sitting outside by the Buddha here for a couple of reasons. One is it is day one of Master Your Money Mindset, Brain Hacks for Freedom. And it's a big day for me, and it's a big day for everybody who's watching for so many reasons. Number one, that this is really the first day that I am so much more publicly visible than I ever have before. When I've been doing these Facebook Live videos, the people who see me are the people who happen to come on when I happen to be posting live. But for the Money Mindset Summit, we're talking about thousands of people all over the world who are joining us, this community of people who are really interested and committed to changing the way we think, changing our habitual beliefs so that we can create more, serve more, earn more, contribute more, feel more joy, feel more motivation, feel more passion and be on purpose. And it's super exciting for me to really take my stand as a leader in this space. And it's also scary. And that's what I want to talk about today, because I just did a session with somebody and he asked me a really great question. He said, am I ever going to stop feeling the fear? And my answer is no, you're not. And then I invited him to reframe your relationship with fear. So historically, fear shows up to keep us safe. That's its job. And it's very tribal, it's very ancient, and it's doing its job. It's keeping us safe. And we feel fear when we're afraid that we're literally going to be kicked out of our family of origin. We're afraid of being unloved. We're afraid of being judged. We're afraid of being criticized or humiliated or abandoned. And that's why we stay small. And the reality is you might be abandoned anyway, or you might be humiliated or mocked anyway, and who cares? That's just somebody else's opinion. So I'm bringing this up because now that these interviews are beginning to go live, a lot of people are loving them. I'm already receiving a bunch of emails from people saying, wow, these are awesome and it's so great you're doing this. And I'm sure there will be people who are not interested, and that's okay too. It's really about developing the confidence inside of yourself so that you take a stand for what matters most to you. And other people can have their beliefs, and that's fine, right? My belief doesn't step on anybody else's belief. I just believe and I know and I trust what's right for me. And so when somebody asks me, does the fear go away? No, it doesn't go away. But my relationship to it has completely transformed. And by that I mean that when fear comes up, rather than I used to feel overpowered by fear, meaning that fear would dominate. A fear would come up of I'm going to be judged, or I'll look stupid, or I don't know enough, or who do I think I am, or I can't make that much money, I can't be spiritual and be rich. All kinds of excuses came up for me, and I know you all have your own excuses that you love and they feel true for you. Those excuses, though, used to be dragging me around on a leash. And I was really slave to my excuses, and I argued for my limitations, and I got them. Now I have a different relationship with fear, which is that fear showing up to say, wow, you're really expanding into the next version of yourself. Are you sure you got this? Right? Fear showing up to say, I know that you might be doing something that feels scary or it feels new. Do you still feel safe? Do you need me to protect you? And so now when fear comes up, I notice that. I notice it's this old friend who's come up to say, I have your back. It's like, I've got my own personal bodyguard who says, I'm looking out for you. Do you need me? And now I can say, thank you so much. Just hold my hand and let's do this together. So it's a reframe that gives me permission to feel the fear and do it anyway, and know that the fear is there to support me rather than to hold me back. And then, oh, hi, little squirrel. Oh my gosh, he's so cute. Can you see this dude? He's like, you came to watch. Oh my gosh, I don't know how to show you on the phone, but there's this adorable little squirrel, and he's just right in the tree above me, and he's like looking down at me like he wants some Buddha medicine. So I hope he doesn't jump on me. Well, okay, so this is talking about I'm sitting in the fear and doing it anyway. I'm in the middle of making a video, and there's a squirrel right over my head. Okay, so anyway, where was I? I was talking about fear. Okay, so here's the third thing that I want you to consider about fear is that I know that when I used to feel fear, I would feel it right here in front of me. And it was almost like somebody punched me in the solar plexus, which is no accident. Fear shows up in our gut a lot. That's why we call it the enteric nervous system. That's the nervous system that's in your gut. So I would feel fear in the front of my body, and it would stop me in my tracks. And I'd be like this. I would like crouch and cower and shrink my heart and roll my shoulders forward, close my throat, and I would just get like really defensive like this and really protective, like the way they tell you to be if a mountain lion is attacking you. And I felt like that with fear. And now what I'm doing is I'm moving fear off to my side, right? I just gave you an exercise where I said, hold hands with fear. See how that feels. Because fear is actually there to be your bestie. Fear has your back, and fear loves you, and fear wants you to succeed. And that's why fear is showing up, just to say, like, do you need me, or do you got this on your own? So now that you've got fear at your hand, I want you to imagine putting fear behind you and let it be like a really warm, strong wind that's filling your spinnaker, and it's pushing you forward, and it's actually propelling you towards more of your greatness. Just try those things on with fear and see how that changes your relationship to fear. So that's what I want to share with you today, in answer to this question that I just got this morning with someone I was working with. Does your fear ever go away? No, but your relationship to it changes. And now I actually welcome the fear, because I know that when the fear comes, I'm on the edge of a breakthrough. So it's super great. Have an awesome day, and I'll see you tomorrow.